They just like now I can't.
Oh, yeah, that's not fun.
No.
Oh, man.
Then like you meet people that are like, oh, the first pill they take, it's like, oh, where's this been all my life? Like,
Oh, yeah.
it's like
Well,
it's everyone different.
and I don't know how some of the guys like yeah, it's just different breed.
It's
But
weird, man. It, like takes over some people's life. They
yeah.
do weird things and go to the hospital to try and seek more drugs and
Oh,
sabotage themselves.
yeah. No,
It's
no
bizarre
offense.
thing.
I don't ever want to see any doctors as long as I can. Knock on
Exactly
wood. You
that.
know what I
Well,
mean? Like,
if you're excited to meet me at work, there's something wrong with you.
yeah. Well, and I see it when I went on a couple of ride-alongs, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this guy was up," and he was just doing that, but then he was getting in trouble, so they could take him in and
Yeah.
calm him down. And I was like, "Oh man, like, go run, go get into a sport, go exert some type of that
Right.
energy."
I wonder were they broken coming into it, or how much did the drugs break them?
Yeah, and be careful. A buddy of mine, doesn't live off of gosh, what it starts with the B, right over by your
Broster
neighbor.
House,
Not Broster House. It's right behind
Butler
your.
Market.
No, not Butler Market. Right behind. That's a weird name, but anyways, it's right behind on
Mhm.
that like Sundance,
Mhm.
right in that area. So a buddy of mine's girl, his wife was there at home, and a guy comes knocking on the windows. I'm gonna kill you, all this, and it was just like, what the heck? He works in the fire department, and he was on shift. He used to be a cop, and he was like, nope. So he's like, hey Jimmy, can we do a self defense? I was like, yes, like get
Just
her in
back
here.
alley.
Just right in her.
Yeah.
He was walking through the property, and she was like, she was scared, and she has a kid, and I was like, you know what? Like, get in here sooner, have some stuff, perhaps by the door, a stick or spray,
Yeah.
anything on there. So if there's anything that's, you just don't know. And I mean, like they started, and I don't know if you've seen anything on your side, but that was really, really close
Mhm.
to
Yeah, they're
that.
closing China hat. I'm worried about that. Like, where are
Yeah,
all those folks gonna go? Because
man. Yeah, they're
it's
going
about
in
300 people that are gonna have to relocate somewhere.
and they're already starting to camp out on the parkway and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
But you know,
man,
I'm like, I live in constant fear of them starting a forest fire out there. And so I'm
yeah,
like, you know,
that is,
okay, they do what they got to do out there, but then they like seem to make no plan for where people can go.
yeah,
Mhm.
that's the whole ordeal, and especially on your properties and all that, and like cleaning up any brush, because the insurance now, farmers is not, they're cutting policies.
So,
They're not, the fire maps works for so many people is like,
well, I know my home insurance, they've done, anybody that has to renew their home insurance, they're doing a re-eval in my neighborhood because we got designated high risk.
ah,
And so like we're gonna get hosed on that when that comes back around.
do you have any, so any, like gravel? Do you have any trees, clean up any trees or any of that stuff? Because get them off the property or off, not off the property, but off the house, like 5 feet, put gravel down. Cause Ian had the same problem. He bought 80 acres out in Wheeler's Ridge
Mhm.
and they're like, nope, they won't renew his policy. And they're like, nope, it's too much of a fire hazard and all this. So luckily, I referred him to a buddy of mine who works for Country. They were able to do it. And I go for my interviews, third interview for Country.
Yeah.
So on Monday, the virtual thing. And I feel so weird. I don't know how people that Indian stuff
It's
is
still
in there. I'm like,
there.
whoa, like it's cleared up a lot, but I
Right.
was like, oh man.
And
Um,
it's not free.
no.
Comes along with some weird.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, this is it. But man, my nose when I'm walking the dogs out, I'm like, oh,
I got a couple of weeks, I think, and then it'll go for me. I'm like
oh,
usually a month into the spring, so everything starts pollinating.
oh man, I can't wait. This is starting out right now. I'm glad I got my backup.
Right.
Um, but yeah, anything on your property on that, I'm not with an agent or anything like right now, but I can ask them exactly, but I know the gravel, no fence connected, well, you don't have a fence, you have a fence out on your
Yeah.
premises, but any gravel, you can put 2 feet or three and more gravel, that way it's not
Yeah.
mulch, will
No
keep that
defensive
fire
area.
hazard, so.
And we got some Firewise guys a couple years ago to come in and they thinned out all our trees and like clipped up all the branches up to like
Okay.
20 feet and did all that kind of stuff. But we do need to kind of do it again this year.
Oh,
It's to be re-upped all the time.
man, yeah, especially where, yeah, I mean, it's like,
Right.
it keeps on growing.
And I still got firewood from that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
still haven't chopped through nearly all of it either.
So if your wife or anything, like anything alone, like I'm here right now, if she needs anything, just hey, come over, drive by, and I'll just go in there and like, it's just crazy at how this stuff, because I was like, nobody's gonna mess with you when that husband, yeah, when he's around, it's when you're not around and they're seeing the routine or seeing where he's at. I was like, of course, they're not gonna, oh, especially like, oh, hell no,
Right.
I'm gonna go for somebody, that guy over there, you know what I
I don't
mean?
present the easiest target, right? Guys?
Exactly. And yeah, so if anything, when you're out and about, like I'm here and
Sure.
all that.
Yeah. My
How-
dog is no longer a deterrent.
What's that?
My dog's not a deterrent
Oh,
like my
no.
last dog.
Oh, it's too wagging the tail up
Yeah,
to
yeah.
oh.
I mean, she's got a big bark, but that's it. Like as soon as
Yeah. Rosie, she has a good bark, but then anything else, but she's so skittish because I think the 2 years of being in when she was captured and any big noise, she's like taking off like she was abused, and I was like, what the heck? Man,
And not the murder dog. Right?
yeah.
My last Sophie, she was a excellent deterrent. I felt fine all the time. Like somebody could shoot her, but that's like somebody could shoot me. Like
Yep.
that's no different, right?
Man. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I played a lot of basketball yesterday.
Okay.
Played like 4 hours maybe of
Holy
basketball.
moly,
Like,
man.
played a few hours and then a break, and then I played a game, and so still
Wow.
feeling a little like sore, but not
Okay.
bad. Didn't injure myself at all.
Good. Ankles are good.
Yeah, everything actually hung in pretty well.
And was it your knee?
It was like my hip and knee that
hip
was
and
weird
knee.
last time. That was not wonderful, but it was okay.
Okay.
Like I felt like okay jogging, but I tried to go full sprint a couple times, and it was like, no, you're
Oh,
you're
yeah.
jogging today.
Yeah. Man.
I did feel like stable and strong, but it just felt
Okay.
like when I really reach out for a long stride, it feels unsteady still.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, what do you want to work on?
Thinking like labs. I do got a lot of yard work to do, so
Okay, so no legs, no squatting,
No, probably like a bit of abs, bit of sort of like a
Full
all
up,
around. Yeah.
lighter on the lower body. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go in. We'll just work some stabilizer and some balance too. On them. Ooh, that tastes weird, man. Now
Yeah,
it's
once
getting
it gets
into
down
my
your
throat.
throat,
I was like, what the heck? Like,
it'll get you.
oh, I didn't take it in through, but that's actually, yeah, it'll play with the 10 pound. So what we'll do, you'll stand on this and just kind of teeter totter 30 seconds. Oh man, that tastes nasty. My breath seems, let me know, man. Oh, but man, that just opened up that nose instantly.
It's like, how bad do you want to breathe? Do you want to suffer everything else that goes along with it?
Well, my eyes, the drops, and then sneezing, and then I was like, man, I took Benadryl, and I was like, holy moly, I can't. And then I didn't realize there was a because I never take anything, and I was like, you know what, I need something. Then I was so sleepy.
Claritin is the non-drowsy version of Benadryl.
Is Zyrtec?
Zyrtec works pretty well. Zyrtec, Claritin are kind of the go-to pills. There's
One, perfect.
fluticasone is the nasal spray steroid. That one will work really well, but it takes like a week to ramp up. You got to use it every day.
Gotcha.
But like once you get through that week, then you pretty much have no allergies.
So we're gonna stand on that. We're gonna work the 30 seconds, just getting that bicep, getting that. There, if you want it heavier, we can switch.
Guy I played against last night. He's the nicest guy, but he is a brute.
Oh, really?
That beats the shit out of you. Like,
Oh,
he's so nice about it.
oh. Those are the ones you want on your side. You're playing against them? Or
Yeah.
with them? Oh. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Good. Is that okay on the knee?
Yeah.
Figure more stabilizers. You don't
Absolutely.
need a lot of leg work if you're going here, but these stabilizers will be good.
Absolutely.
So now let's just go 5 and kind of like really exaggerate that. 5 one side and then 5 on the other. If you want a heavier one, the other ones are eyeballing.
Yeah, it's just advantage.
You wanna go 15 or
15
20?
probably.
Okay. Oh, finally, let me get the dust off of these. Here we go.
Proper weather.
Yeah. Ah. It's abs coming in. So there you go. One. Perfect. Yep. That's the barbarian pal. Good. Good. Four. Good job. And did your son get his grades in yet?
Yeah, he actually did really well.
Oh,
Just like B plus was the lowest.
okay, good.
Yeah.
Four, like good, oh darn, no. Good job. Here, but now, we're gonna hit those obliques and then we'll come back. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go 5 leg raises here, and then 5, you're gonna touch. They're in a superset. And then that one, so just raising just those legs up first. There you go. Resting on that 2. 3. Oh man, that tastes so weird. 5. Now touching both. 1, good. There you go. 2. 3. 4, excellent. 5. Okay, on your back?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. 2. Touching. How was the coast trip?
Oh, the weather was terrible, but it was
Oh.
otherwise good.
Man, were you guys able to go out on the, well, no?
No.
Got canceled? Oh.
Yeah, that got canceled. If they hadn't have canceled it, I would have canceled it.
Oh, it was that, oh.
Yeah, it was like 20-foot high waves and
Oh.
squalls and winds.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No. I don't need to see whales that bad.
Yeah. So now let's bring the knees in and then take the feet up and then reverse and then come back down. You want to use the hands to support, resting that head. So that thumbs up. 1, 2. We're gonna get 5. There you go. 1, 2. Good. 3. See, it's the foot dunk. If you're ever on the back, you're like, hey, I can still get it. Now we're gonna go 3 crunches. We're gonna go 1 low, 2, and 3, and then come back down. 1. There you go. There's 1.
Let's get back for it. So.
Yeah, sure. I've heard that one before. Yeah, no. 3, good. 4. Perfect. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hold it this, and what I want you to do is rock 5 times. Boom. Hands could be up or down. Balancing, yep, not touching. 2,
Thank
up,
Too fast.
3, good. 4, 5. Now let's get the 8 meters and really emphasize those hips. 30 seconds one way, 30 seconds the other way. 3, 2, oh man, I'm swallowing that. And go time. I guess it's okay to drink water, huh?
Absolutely.
On that because it's like, I feel like I have a bad breath, like. Good job. 15 seconds left. Other direction. That okay on your back? Knees okay?
Yep.
Okay. Then we'll go over and hit some lower back. Good job. 15 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now we're gonna go for the lower back. So we're gonna go left arm, right leg, right arm, left leg, and then we're gonna go all together, and then boom, so then both. We're doing independent, and we just go, yep, left arm, boom, good. Right leg, yep, right arm, perfect. There you go. Now left and right together. There's that. Good. And now both. Perfect. There's one. Good. Okay, on your back. Yeah. Okay. Both. Up. That's one. You need some water?
Sure.
Cold or room temperature?
Cold is good.
And I think spring is finally here. Maybe.
Well, if the allergies are starting,
Yeah.
the plants are convinced.
Yeah. I mean, it was like when I saw them out and then it froze, I was like, oh, okay, good. And then I was like, oh man, I could see the trees. Because I try to walk her at least 45 minutes in the morning, another one in the evening. That way she gets out instead of staying in there. And then I bought this little bike attachment. So I'm on the electrical because I can't run because of my foot.
Yeah.
But I have her and I run her down and I'm like, okay, let me see that tongue all the way out.
So you got it.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work some stabilizers. We're gonna go 5. So if your wrist, instead of going on the mat, just use the right side.
I just have a discovering I got a bad bruise on my knee.
Okay.
So
Well, it won't go on the knee.
sure.
But if this is on here, so if I'm gonna hold, what I want you to do is just come back, one, boom, and then you'll switch. And it's either you're gonna go forward, back, and then switching, either with the
Perfect.
perfect push-ups, or you can do them without. But you be the judge, and then you just go alternating one side, touch forward, touch back, touch in the middle, and then replace. Oops, we get the version. There you go. And if 10 pounds too light, let me know. 1, 2. There you go. Is that good? Yeah. There's 1. Good. Gotta bring those hips down, feel that on those legs. Good. Good. 3. Good job. Oh. Good. Both sides. Good job. 5. Perfect. All right. Now, what we'll do is we're gonna lay down. We're gonna go chest fly with the whatever these the mace. So you're gonna go if you want it harder, just grab it out on one side, but we're gonna activate it, and then I want you to have your feet up in the air. So we're gonna go 15 on one side and then 10 on the other side. Boom. So if you grab it further, the harder it is. Further away from the ball, we're gonna go 10. Yeah, let's go 5. Is that okay? Yep, there's 1. Yeah.
Don't call
This is the
myself.
black eye maker. Yeah. And what happened? Oh, Jimmy was talking to me and this tool hit me too. Good. There you go. Getting that. 4, 3. 4 more. Switch. Now that core is working. Oh, good. Figure I'll take that. Everyone, you got it? All right, 5 here. That's it. Good. Now, you stay there, we're gonna do the bow suit. You're gonna go with one leg, hip, like raises, hip, and then you're gonna go with the other leg. So you'll alternate. One leg will stay up, then you're just gonna hip up, and you're gonna go one. There we go. Now the other leg. Perfect. There you go. Is that okay on the knee? We're just gonna do 5, because you're gonna need these legs for later. Good.
My arms were crippled for the entirety of that vacation.
Oh, really?
Like every picture, I'm stood like this because my arms don't go straight.
Oh, man. So you guys just kind of stayed in the room?
Oh no, we went out and about. I went to the aquarium.
Oh, okay.
Went to seaside tours.
Yeah, clam chowder?
Absolutely.
See, that was the best, man. I went to Anthony's, I was thinking, oh, it's gonna be so good. And it was the worst clam chowder ever. I think they got it out of the can.
You gotta see the ocean.
Yeah.
If I can't see the ocean, I rarely eat seafood.
Oh, well, that's a good intake. So now we're gonna go out and I want you to go like 5, coming back on one side. Oh, get those obliques and stretch out that back.
My wife is forever in search of like proper English style fish and chips.
Oh, really? Oh. Cause she's from the UK, right? Or England?
Yeah.
So she probably knows has she found any or what's
Close, but she always has one gripe or another. I
Oh,
don't think they'll ever, it could be absolutely identical.
oh. That's okay with that?
Yeah. Got a few free cracks too.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say that's free adjustment. Okay, so on this next one, we would work those lats with the post or with this little, you're gonna sit butt on here, rest your head. So it goes back and we can go heavier, but you're just gonna go all the way back, keeping that in there as a stretch. And you're gonna go up like 10 times. Stretching out. Let me know if 25 is too light. We got 35. Heavier. Actually, yeah, we can go like we'll go. Let's be a good stretch than what you've been doing out there. Is that okay?
I could do more.
35?
Sure.
Okay. Switch. Figured that was gonna be too light, but yeah, I'd rather start lighter than heavier. Got it? Now we're gonna look at 10 reps. Perfect. Yep. Daughter's they turned 21 and she went to Vegas for her 21st birthday. And it's like I was nervous but excited, but more nervous.
Yeah.
Like, because you're 21 going to clubs. I was like, the clubs are not like the clubs you've ever seen in here. There's not really a club you're about to be seeing, and I was like, make sure you know your distance. And sure enough, a guy tried coming up and kissing her, and she put her thumb right in her throat, and was like, no, thank you. Like, "Hey, who are you?" And another guy, and she was like, Dad, yeah. He's like, that stuff works. I was like, yes, it does. Like, especially when guys are under the influence and all that stuff.
Most of their coyotes, right? They
Yeah.
present a hard front to their cowards, and as soon as you show any resistance, they're gone.
Yep. So we can go, we're gonna do a plank with the core. You're gonna either do it on the bow suit, or you can go with your hands. So what I want you to do is go in, come across, come back. Bring it in, Sorry. And then coming back. You go on this one, you can do it on the handles or whichever side that you want. You just want to go 5. But one guy was grabbing her on the dance floor and she kept on told him no, and then she grabbed him and he grabbed her again and she elbowed him. I'm like, good, like, I'm so proud of you. Like, because you know, they're in with friends and then I was like, always do the buddy system, especially out there. You do not leave your drinks unattended. No. But yeah, they had a good time. And then she went to the Magic Mike and Down Under, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, hey, that's all right. It was
It's
just
all you.
yeah, I was like, hey, and then her boyfriend, she's like, yeah, we're going to a magic show. I was like, just keep it at that. Like, I didn't tell him what kind of magic show. So now we're gonna sit, we're gonna get those lower abs, and we're gonna kind of clap right, left. We're gonna go 5 claps. And then we'll get some more forward. But it was, yeah, it was kind of, it's neat, but it's still nerve wracking.
Scary neat.
You don't have any girls, huh? It's all
No,
boys.
no. My stepson just turned 21
Oh,
a
okay.
couple weeks ago. It's in March.
Man,
He's like not a club kid, but
yeah. My son, he never drinks, and he was like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna take me out drinking." I was like, "Just stick to one side. Don't try to try everything. They're gonna give you this shot, that shot. Like just stick to one." And sure enough, about like he was drinking so much, and then next thing you know, their friends taking pictures, and then both of them were over there, and then he's all. And I was all, the worst part is the next day, if you overdo it, I was all, stay hydrated. He's all, man, I couldn't even, and he was mixing some alcohol, and he was almost gonna puke because of the smell. I was like, good, that means that was all that poison you
That
put
worked.
in yourself. So
Yeah.
he's like, oh man, and he's all, and guys do this all the time. I was like,
No,
I
I don't,
haven't-
I don't get it. I don't understand the joy to pain ratio.
yeah, I mean, like one thing I told him I'm gonna give up during Lent, like I'm not gonna have any alcohol and ice cream. I was like, oh, I was all like, oh man.
No joy.
I mean, the alcohol, which was great, because I was like, you know what, I just need to go
Yeah,
and
come
drink.
down.
Yeah,
It's more like the ritual of a day completed, right?
yep,
You know, nothing else responsible to do today. I've done all my things, and so here's my reward.
yeah, and that was exactly it, because on a hot day or stress day and all this, I was like, no, you know what, man, this would taste really good right now. But I'm like, no, like I was helping a buddy out on his property, and he was like, oh, you want a beer? I was like, nope, I got water. I got water. So if I take it in there, and I was like, you know what, but the temptation's there, but it's also like the little sacrifices for.
Well, I mean, that's the whole idea of Lent, right? Is
Yeah.
to remind yourself of your spirituality by virtue of saying no to things that are indulgent.
Yes, and it was so much, and it was so funny. One of the things on the church, the guy's like, yeah, we give in to sin because it's so easy.
Mhm.
But he's all, it makes you feel good because it's so easy.
Mhm.
But it's not good. Like all the other side effects. Like one guy had an affair, one guy was drinking too much, then he ended up crashing, and it was like, and it was a hit and run. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, dude, like, no, like it just made me relook at things a little different perspective, like teaching women how to do self-defense and not like Googling. One guy's like, oh yeah, you're gonna go in this arm bar and you're gonna be able to do this arm bar on anybody. And I was like, oh my gosh, there's no, it's not anybody. I mean, I guarantee you her 110 frame,
Right,
you're
I'll
trying
pick
to,
her up.
you're gonna do it like, oh, this is mine, this little heavy arm curl. I
Right?
was like, that is like, that drives me nuts when these instructors are teaching self-defense, but they're teaching the martial arts.
Mhm.
It's not self-defense. There's
Right.
black and white. Like,
Yeah. And are you really gonna do that till someone arms break?
yeah.
Right.
And if there's more than one guy, what's gonna happen?
Right.
Oh, great, you're on the ground. Okay, well now this other guy's gonna stomp you on the head or whatever it may be.
Because that point to tap out and the point to actually breaking an arm are very different.
Oh,
You gotta go so much further. So-
Yes. Hey, in any of the parks,
Mhm.
you guys at the Parks and Rec, this happened at the
Mhm.
things where homeless was inside the bathroom. So make sure that the kids open and look behind the door before give moms a thumbs up instead of just going in blindly. There was a client and she was like, man, this is the second time it's happened. And I was like, holy moly. And it is the season where going in, cleaning up, refreshing, but they're not locking the door. And if they see somebody as an easy target, and I was like, man, that was broad daylight,
Yeah.
ton of people around. And it's a whole little thing. And if any kids, like especially these child molest, whatever it is, it just that just drives me nuts. There's one guy that I was in a dojo and I could feel like this. I was like, dude, that feeling like he would just the way his posture, the way he was talking, I was like, oh, because I was molested when I was a kid, and I was like, I couldn't do anything.
Sure.
But now I was like, oh man, I was like, I felt like sickening to my stomach. And then 3 weeks later, what happened? He was in the news and he got arrested. And I was like, oh, how many sleepovers? Why is the only instructor only having sleepovers and no parents, no other chauffeurs or whatever they call that,
Chaperones.
chaperones? Yeah, I was like, hell no, like man, and I was like, and I knew it, but I didn't have anything. I couldn't say anything because I was just we were talking to him, but just his mannerism and just like this, and then anytime a kid would look over, I was like, oh, what the like,
Right.
I just wanted to like out of anger, I was like, I wanted to just beat the crap out of him because who knows how many times he got away with it before somebody finally reported him.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, I don't think I could be a cop. Like on those things, like that limit right there with kids or women is like,
I learned, and we often get people from the jail and the hospital.
oh
And
man,
like I learned that I cannot look up what they did.
oh
Because I have to treat everybody well and the same. And like, and
yeah,
so I do not look up what they did. I
oh
don't, you just have to stay very neutral and distant because they're also like desperate to stay there. So they're desperate to be your friend. And so they're like really turn on the charm and the manipulation and like just play with their symptoms and stuff because the hospital is 100 times better than the jail.
right. Oh yeah, shoot, you got nurses, you got
Right.
people in there.
And food is delivered to you.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
not the
good
other way
quality.
around.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And,
Yeah.
you end up with some things shoved up your butt sometimes, but it's
Oh,
different. It's out of love.
That was, yeah. Yeah, what was this? What was one? I forgot the one guy that he's like, yeah. Oh man, when I was getting my colonoscopy, so yeah, this is a kiddie job. I was like, oh dude, like, and he said it out of a humor, but joking around. He's like, yeah, man, hope you unloaded early. I was like, oh shit, like, dude, I've never had one, and here I am, like,
Yeah, you don't need the jokes.
I was like, oh, dude, did I not? Well, I flushed it out pretty good, but like, dude, I was like nervous on all those elements. But
The funniest thing I saw in like probably all of medicine that my whole time is I was on my GI rotation doing colonoscopies.
mhm.
And we get this old lady all set up to do her colonoscopy. And he goes in, they're like, you're kind of like not really asleep when you're getting these things done, but you just don't remember or care.
Okay.
And so like we start to push in the camera and she's slapping the doctor's hand. She's like, Harold, we said we weren't doing this anymore.
Oh man, that has got to be like, oh, that well, at least he knows the limit,
Right.
man. All right, we're gonna do a little back pull up on me, so we're just gonna angle down, and you're just come all the way up. We'll get 10, and then hold for 10 seconds on that last one. If you want it harder, feet come closer, use your feet go further out. There we go, 1. Anything exciting with the kids in school? No new stories?
Starting baseball, that's a good
Okay.
thing. Yeah. My oldest is just barely starting to become an athlete.
Okay.
It's been pretty shit at all sports
Oh,
thus far.
man.
It's just growing so
Well,
fast.
Learning too, and I'm sure that's a whole different ball game.
And he's not like I was sports obsessed as a kid, right?
Okay.
No, I was as soon as I got home, I was doing whatever sport was in season.
Gotcha. Now we're gonna hit triceps and coming down. Yeah, might have to go higher. Yep.
So he's just starting to like want to practice and
Okay.
better.
Man, I tell you, I can finally throw a little bit of a punch without it hurting me now, but it's taken years and yeah, years. I just can't believe how much beatings I was taking. Just I'm doing a self-defense workshop out in Pineville at a co-working space, which will be good for people. I was like, yep, I was like, man, but I'm in the evenings. I was like, are you kidding me? Like,
Go out to Prineville.
and that'll be good. Once I get started, it's just a hour drive out there. And Ian's y'all, you're gonna come down and see us. So then there's another hour drive and coming back. And then at that time, I'm probably gonna be a little not wanting to come home and eat something.
I've lost my driving endurance that I used to have. I used to be able to drive for hours and hours and hours, no problem.
Yeah,
Like it just hurts me. Like the neck gets sore and the whole
man.
thing.
So we're just gonna do one like little pistol or like just a back squat, and we're gonna go 5 on the right, 5 on the left, keeping that leg up. Another deeper balance. We'll get some legs in there, and then we're gonna get some curls. Mm. Is your knee okay if you were to walk sideways on it? It was just the pressure on the
Yeah,
ground.
just like exactly
Okay.
that. I wouldn't need a knee with somebody.
Oof. I'm sure he's feeling it.
I hope so.
If you're feeling it, man. Yeah.
Big old brute nice guy. Used to be an offensive lineman in college.
Oh, wow, man.
He's just very good at pushing people around.
Yeah. So now, what we're gonna do. Oh, so you're gonna keep this in here, the center, 2 steps out, 1, 2, and then coming back, 1, 2, keeping that in there. You want it harder, take it further away, but we're gonna go 10, 2 steps out, 2 steps back. And as long as that's just in the center with your chest. Good. And if you want the gorilla pants, these eyeball them. There you go. There's one, perfect. Um, we have some of the toys we haven't played with in a while. And I had one time, so what is that? And I'm like, oh, I'm glad you, and I'm not ever asking again what that is. Good job. And in the center, you feel that on the core. Hold in mind. This is my. Back in now. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All the rules this time.
Yeah. Well, it's just simple. Clean up after yourself and clean up after yourself. A little bit of the rinse on there. So we're gonna go 10. You're gonna hold 1 and come back 2. Need water? You good? 10 and 10. Yep. Not here. Perfect. Do another set. We're gonna go in one closer to prime those muscles. If you ever have a garage spring, it's the same thing, just put handles on it. And now, same thing, now you're gonna go in closer.
It's a lot easier like this.
Yes. Oh, one harder. So you gotta watch your face.
Yeah, don't let go.
That's all let go. That wins every time. That's a big job. Yeah, the ones I can't do is the shaker thing. I was like, I'm sorry. Like, that's the one I can't. Good job. Yep. Now we're gonna go here. No, no, I'm kidding. Uh, now, actually, go in. We get some biceps curls. A little bit more there. So we're gonna go in there. Imagine arms are straight, and so you're gonna curl right to your forehead. Ooh, I'm gonna come in closer. Curling in, 10 here, then hands next to your side, and then 10 press downs. Yeah, that's fun. Good weight for you. There you go. Yep. One. Good. Good. Better keep those on and bump down. Three. How's the brother doing?
Oh, well.
Any opportunities out here yet or no?
Not yet, no.
No? Oh.
He got an interview, and got all the way to them saying the salary, and he's like, I can't do that.
Yeah, yeah, this thing right in here, like they want me to open up an office. I was like, I'm not gonna start, like, after a year, I might consider opening it up, but I'm not doing that. Oh,
No.
I mean, the lease and the land and plus I might just look at opening up outside of Ben, because there's enough agents in here, and so if I go outside and do a 3-day work week, 2 days at home, 3 days at an office, but maybe do a co-working space as opposed to, that way I'm not being in a bunch of overhead and
Yeah,
signing a long-term agreement.
that makes your hustle way different, right?
Yeah.
When the expense is coming out.
And that's what I tell them. I was like, no, it's not the same. It's a whole different ballgame, and there's no guarantee. Like if you guys decide you don't like whatever I do, and then I'm up the creek with the paddle because it's all on me, not on you. So I would
Great
rather,
idea from their perspective.
yeah, it's really good. It's free exposure, free advertising. Like I get for a supplement like Herbalife 20, like all of, yeah, the 24 line. I was like, why am I advertising them? They didn't pay me to put this. If they paid me for it, it would be different. But I was like, I was just branding their company on top of this. And I was like, no, and I'm not even selling that anymore. So now I'm like, nope. So what I want you to do is hold like 30 seconds, just get that ankle, stabilizers, 30 seconds on the right, 30 seconds on the left. In my other toys I haven't played with. And you haven't played with in a while. Oh, gotta start over. Holy moly, man. I can breathe, but man, that is stuck in my throat. Like I thought I like washed it. I want to like look up a big boogie, but it's like, I want it to do it. Um, that on the hamstring, right? Okay. 3, 2. four, three, two, one. Good job. All right. This is gonna be the most silent press you're gonna do. So you're gonna do a shoulder press. Closer you go, the harder it is. But what I want you to do, actually, yeah, just going right in front without hearing that. So if you can go slow without the slush. Yep, over here. I actually did a demo of it in there. We got 5. And I got my feather. Hold on. No. So this, you could call this a barn workout, you know. The guy, I was like, oh, we can make some stuff out of it. He's like, what? What do you mean? We got all this pipe. And so I made that in there. He's like, oh, so that sucks, dude. Like, I had him do squats and all that. And he was like, no. But he has a full-on barn that he converted into his gym. I was like, dude, it's like Rocky Balboa. You need to go down there and just film it. And yep, it's kind of easy. Good job. So if you ever get bored and you need the water to lunges, this is really good too. So if we're gonna go now, what I want you to do is just go on the back or just to the top of your head and then coming up. So when you get the front, maybe a little wider. That's where you get. So which you're gonna form a triangle. And then what I want you to do is go back, hold for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, coming back. 1, 2, 3. And if that one's too light, we'll have the other one ready to go, just in case. 3, yep. Go a little wider. There you go, and then keep that tension in the middle. There you go. I guess I need a better height. Job, burning. That's it. That's it. Good to breathe. Good work. You want the gorilla band? No. All right. So now we're gonna go some more core. So now what I want you to do is I want you to go into a jackknife where you're just gonna have one leg bent, one leg straight, and you're gonna lift up your hips 5 on one side, 5 on the other. And then let's give another little routine. Get those abs on fire before you leave.
Sunday, I'm taking my boy to the Blazers game.
Oh, Portland?
Yeah,
Very cool.
see the Lakers.
Man. Well, then, okay, this is what I gotta look up to. I'm almost there, Dad. I'm growing, I'm growing. Now 5 circle crunches one way and then 5 circle crunches the other way. Yep, good. Getting that shoulder blade all the way on it. Good job. Okay, this next one, elbows are gonna be, our hands behind your head, elbows flat on the ground, and what I want you to do is slide and bend at the oblique, keeping all those elbows on there, side to side, keeping your head on the ground too. So just really working those obliques, yep. There you go. Good.
We get LeBron James and Luka Doncic and the famous guys.
Yeah, are you guys sitting pretty close?
Uh, Not really. We're like the front of the top bit of the seats, right?
You can't use the doctor card like I'm here for the, in case they get hurt or.
You know, I'll be like, oh, let's make a wish, kid.
Oh.
When I was young, my stepmom worked for this like home for like kids that were too bad for foster care. They were like emotionally disturbed kids that flunked out of foster care.
Yeah.
And so they got invited to all these like charity events with professional athletes all the time. And I got to go along, but I, had to kind of fit in too.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
I'd be like talking to these guys and they'd ask me about my life and I'm talking about like normal things. And it's obviously like, what's this kid doing here? Right? Just waiting for me to snap.
And now we're gonna go dead bug, we're gonna go 10, keeping the head and then lower back. And so don't go down low or just keep that leg bent, you know what I mean? And then it just could be that motion. So every 2 counts as 1. Oh, man, that is worse when I'm laying down.
Yeah, it drips all into your face.
Oh, well, it's like it's stuck in my throat.
So your sinuses are not actually all that changed much from being a 4-legged creature. And so they're much ever able to drain when you're on all fours with your head parallel to the ground.
Really?
Or like your jaw parallel to the ground like this. And so like when you're upright, all those tubes go through a tight kink, like a 90-degree turn.
Okay.
And so like to drain, if you get on the ground and sort of stick your chin out, and often your nose will just start pouring out because like the tubes go straight again.
Really? Oh, man. Oh, that stuff I didn't think there was gonna have an aftertaste in my throat.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that was the first time I was like, okay, take it 2 in the morning, 2 at night. I was like, okay, I'm starting it now. Cause I dropped her off. I was like, okay, they didn't have all of them ready, so I didn't want to go there for just picking up 2 prescriptions.
Do be careful with all the, anytime you're taking a nasal steroid like that, you're going to be more prone to respiratory infections.
Oh, really?
Because you're like, it turns off your immune system. That's how it works.
Okay.
So like your first nose immunity is a big deal. So like sick, gross little kids. Man.
Oh, so after, well, initially probably ease back down.
Yeah.
So they do it 2 times for now, but then take it down to 1.
Yeah,
and
evening is best. That's right before when it gets worse. So usually if you can wake up okay, you're gonna have most of the day okay.
Okay. Oh, okay. That way I'm not going out smelling anything besides my wife and all that. All right, you want a foam roll out?
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, and then my daughter's, she went to Kansas using those flight benefits. Like her friends in college out MCI in Nebraska, or Kansas. Or Kansas or no, Nebraska. One of them.
Most people don't use their miles to go there.
I know, well, she's got flight benefits. Well, I'm curious, where is she at? Kansas City, MCI. Well, and she's traveling, so I was like, okay, I got up at 3:40 because she'll be there at 5. And I was like, the heck, and then I couldn't go to sleep. And then I was like, okay, I'm coming back. I was like, I went to Winco, did all my shopping. I was like, dude, nobody's here at this time.
Like if I have to drive either late at night or early in the morning for a long time, I will not sleep after. Like
Really?
it's
Yeah.
that like kind of forced attentiveness.
Yeah.
Like it lingers.
Well, and I had like I limited my mornings only 2 cups of coffee. Like that was it. Because then I was taking afternoon coffees and this and that. Well, I need to kind
I don't do the caffeines.
of no. Man, I noticed when I was not drinking, I was like, man, Coke and what was that ginger ale? I was like, oh man, I was like, I'm craving something like, but then I was like, nope, I'm not gonna buy it. Like And if you wanna roll out those quads or no, is that, moves okay?
Yeah.
Roll out that back.